This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
All right, there we are, ready to go, ready to rock. Michelle Kaufman from the Miami Herald last night. Man, that was pretty special, Michelle. 4-0 win. Excitement was through the roof. The Taylor kid must be on cloud 9 right now. That was a lot of fun last night, man. It was a completely different first half compared to the other first half from Friday night too.
Right. Yeah. Well, there was a little difference. There was this little number 10 guy named Messi, a little Argentine man, started this game. I'm hearing the question now, is MLS that bad or is Messi that good? Messi is that good. Messi is that good. And we're seeing it that he's not just hype. He really is. He's transformed this team on and off the field. This is not the same team that it was. This is not the same anything. It's Jorge Mas said there's going to be before Messi and after Messi, and this Inter-Miami season is definitely going to be divided into the pre-Messi and the post-Messi. What he does on the field, for himself and for his teammates. And like you said, Robert Taylor, for him to score the way he did with Messi helping him out on one, it's they're all thanking their lucky stars that Jorge and Jose Mas and David Beckham were able to pull this off, because this team is completely different. And even though they're in last place, they have possibilities now. They have possibilities, and they have won the 2 games in this tournament so far, the group games, and won very convincingly yesterday against an Atlanta team that, by the way, is in 7th place above the playoff line. So, this is a last place team, destroyed the 7th place team, 4-0. So it's really impressive. It's really impressive what Messi has done for this team, and Busquets too.
Yeah, and they're not even, they're all not in shape yet. Jordi Alba's not here yet. The 2 20-year-olds aren't here yet. So it's like it's only going to get better as it goes along. You know what I mean? Busquets, although yesterday he had a couple of ugly turnovers. But again, he's got to get into form also. But Busquets has made some amazing passes.
The first goal, Messi's first goal was a long pass, over the defense from Busquets. It was a beautiful, perfectly placed, perfectly paced, perfectly placed ball. And they're not in shape yet. They're not. I had talked before about there's going to be a transition period. They have to get used to the league. They have to get used to the heat and humidity and all that stuff. Messi, I was shocked. He played 78 minutes yesterday. He started and played 78 minutes. And he was running and he was moving. And yes, he was sweaty.
But he was very intelligent. No, but I watch it. He paces himself. He doesn't run just to run
all the time. Right.
It's very deliberate the way he does it out there. And so it's not 80 minutes of him playing like Gregory or something. It's really where he's picking and choosing when to attack. And so, but I am, by the way, I was still surprised that he was in the game. When they scored the 3rd goal, I was like, take him out already. When they scored the 4th,
I was a little worried about him getting injured. Yeah, I was a little worried about him getting injured. When it was 4-0, he was still in there for quite some time. I'm like, okay, they're winning 4-0. Like, why even risk? We can see what can happen. These injuries. Look what just happened to Ian Frey. Not even a contact injury. One bad move, one bad twist of the foot, and you lose the guy. So much is riding on him on and off the field for the team and for the league as a whole. So I was surprised that he stayed in as long as he did. I really was. I thought he was going to come out earlier.
And by the way, look, maybe they can make the incredible run to get to the playoffs. It's going to be hard, but right now you're so alive in these tournaments, and I think these tournaments are so important to start building something for this team. So whether you make the playoffs or not, you got to try to win this Leagues Cup and win the U.S. Open Cup, put some trophies in there, but also build up. We're already watching the young players and the other players on this team, their confidence is already getting, it's going sky high now because of what you've added already, because now you've got the monster on your side. So you can see confidence is growing. But with the success, I think it's really important to send that kind of message and really try to win these tournaments if you can.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it would be, like you said, the confidence of the whole team is so high. You've got Leo Messi as your teammate now. That's got to make you feel. You go into a game knowing that you have Leo Messi and Sergio Busquets on the field with you. That's already going to make you more confident as a team that, hey, do we have a chance to win this game? Hey, we've got Messi and Busquets on the field. I mean, yeah, we have a chance. So everyone's confidence is better. Everyone elevates their level of play because they want to impress him and they want to show that they're worthy of playing with him. So, I think definitely every single player is elevated. Sometimes maybe the younger guys get a little nervous or make some mistakes around him because, his aura is that big. But in general, he's definitely elevated the play of everybody around him, and Busquets too. And then winning a trophy, any trophy, just something positive for this team that was in last place. There was just nothing to look forward to. And all of a sudden now you're in a knockout round. They're in a knockout round of this next Wednesday. They're in a knockout round of the U.S. Open Cup on August 23rd. They play at Cincinnati in the semifinal. If they win that game, they're in the final. And if they're in the final, it is
Hard Rock,
possible that
baby.
game will be moved. Game may be moved to Hard Rock Stadium. So you're talking about big stakes, games now, knockout games over the next few weeks. And that's exciting for a team that's in last place. And they still are in last place. I mentioned this, by the way, I have a podcast now, competing with you, competing with the Big O. But
Oh, there's no,
there's no competition. The Big O is the king. No.
no,
We
not
have
what I. We're all fans. We can all, they can listen to all of us. So
they can
it's
listen
good.
to all of us. People are hungry for news about this team, so they can find us everywhere and keep listening to everybody. But yeah, the Miami Herald, we already had podcasts for the Dolphins, the Heat, the Marlins, high school sports, Greg Cody, and now we've added a seventh. It's called Inside InterMiami. So anyway, be on the lookout for that. But it's this team. I've never seen so much excitement ever. I don't think it's maybe ever happened, at least in my 35 years in
Oh,
sports.
no, no, no,
So
not at
much
all.
buzz for a last place team. I've never heard a last place team ever in 35 years of sports writing that has as much buzz and excitement as this team has with 1/3 of the season left to go and they're in last place.
I'll top that. Okay. Friday night when Messi hit that goal. Okay. And I can only have this conversation with you. I would have to go talk to like Jeff Rusnick and somebody else, and people like that
Right.
the people that have covered soccer in this town for decades. Okay,
Yeah.
and you and I have been in moments. I've been in moments as a kid at a Strikers game watching Ray Hudson. I've been at moments as a